You know, it may just be a little ham, it may just be a little tamale, but it might be one of the greatest things that someone in this world can receive today that may make all the difference in their life. Has you ever felt like that? What you have to offer this world, what you bring to the table, your gifts, your talent, your skill, is just simply not good enough? And when you compare what you have to someone else, it feels inferior. So what's the point in even offering it? Because will it even make a difference in this world? Well, I can tell you, if you keep holding on to it, it's not going to make a difference. And I can tell you that that little bit that you think you have, when you put it in the hands of God, God can do miraculous things with it. And I was reminded of this recently when my wife and my kids and I went and saw the movie The Best Christmas Pageant Ever, which is one of my wife's favorite books, has been for years and years. I've never even read the book because she reads it to me every year and I love it. But in the movie or in the book, there's these kids, the herdman kids, and they're nasty and they're dirty and they're rough and everybody's intimidated by them, even the adults. And they find out that the church has food, so they get involved, and they get involved in the live nativity that they have. And during this live performance that they're not sure how it's going to go down, 3 of those herdman boys bring in this offering, and they're bringing it down the aisle to Jesus. And they're not bringing gold, they're not bringing frankincense and myrrh, they're not bringing the greatest thing in the room. They were bringing the best that they had to offer, which was a ham. And I was in tears. But as they set it down, I realized that they were so poor that they couldn't even afford to buy the ham. It had been given to them as a gift. And they were taking this precious gift and turning around and giving it back to Jesus as an incredible offering to him. That's so moving. But it reminded me of a time that our church family was in Guatemala. And we were serving in this little small village of maybe about 500 people. And we had discovered that there was various needs, housing needs, things like that, because everybody in this village was living in poverty, lean-tos. Some were fortunate enough to have some concrete block homes, no windows or doors, some without roofs, some with metal roofs, very poor. And in this village was this matriarch and patriarch, elderly couple that had nothing. But they seemed to be so full of joy, and they seemed to offer hope to me, who I felt like had everything compared to them. And you know, the last day that we were serving in that village, and we had been building restrooms at this church so that the entire village would have a place that they could come and use the restroom. And I looked up the hill, and there comes this 80-some-year-old elderly woman carrying a basket full of stuff. And she had spent her last dime on making us tamales and sides to go with it. You see, she didn't have to do that. We didn't ask her to do that. But what an incredible gift that she brought to us, that she spent her last dime on us. You're talking about messing us up, because we were so humbled to know that. And we felt unworthy, too unworthy to eat the meal. But then again, too thankful not to eat the meal because of this incredible sacrifice that this woman had made for our group. And we felt so special, and she felt so honored as we sit and ate it. And I said, man, it doesn't take huge things to make an impact on somebody's life, because we went down there to help change their life, and we come back knowing that they changed our life. You see, it doesn't take anything incredibly big. It doesn't take enormous amounts of money. It just takes some love and some concern for other human beings, and be willing to let go of that little bit that you think that you have. Stop holding on to it. Stop feeling inferior. Stop feeling like the other people are better than you, because somebody in this world needs that little bit that you've got to offer, because it may be the very thing that changes their life. So no matter if it's a ham or a tamale, let it go and let God do a great work with what he's given you to give and bring to the table. Love you guys.